Okay, Rahuvians. I don't know what to call you guys, but we'll find something. So what is going on in the month of October? It looks like you guys have had like an idea, a passion project, a new start to something in the past that's really coming to fruition. A lot of you guys are really trying to tie down some kind of creative project into the material world. You might be getting tripped up though because of travel, because it's really difficult for you to move away from. I feel like you could be at a place where you're moving away from the more artistic, like creative formation part of whatever this journey is, and it's a matter of like getting, creating contracts, putting things on paper, actually taking real steps in the world. Some of you guys have to travel in order to form some kind of contracts, but I feel like this means a lot to you, whatever this project is. And so kind of stepping away from the emotions might actually be blocking some kind of progress here. I just want to see like why the devil is here. Because the devil has so many meanings, but I definitely think you're trying to ground something in the physical world. Like you definitely have some emotional, creative, spiritual energy that's flowing through you, that you're definitely, and I feel like it grew out of some kind of exploration or study, and you were just loving it. You were just having a good time doing it, and this is something that we have put away the computer. Working less and having more fun will help strengthen your relationship. But I feel with the putting away of the computer, and I'm just noticing that with this page here, so clearly like out and away from society, enjoying themselves barefoot, I feel like there's something that you're just like in love with, and something's like really, really growing out of it. So some of you, this could involve children. Maybe you guys are trying to spend more time with your children, or you spent more time with your children in the past, and you're really trying to have more of a work-life balance with your family and your... Okay, so there is some kind of stagnancy going on. I'm just going to sit this here and think about it for a second. I don't want to get card happy and start pulling a bunch of things. So yeah, I do feel like you guys, there's something that you're stuck. Like you're trying to put something into the real world. There is, with this Saturnian Capricorn energy, there are some hindrances, and it's quite a stark contrast to the energy that you were in before. So, yeah, some of you guys are really trying to be present, but I also see that you guys are feeling pretty strong about this. You're in your own energy with the Queen of Swords, and that's something you're super aware of. You have a really sharp mind that you are putting towards this energy, although there could be somebody else in your life that's a really difficult negotiator, and you might have to go through this person. I don't know why I'm getting this, because I'm not necessarily getting it in the cards, but maybe some of you guys are considering breaking a contract, but it would require you to move away from something. I feel like there's really, really good vibes, and it was definitely an energy that you were in the past, but you have to move away from that because, I don't know, I feel like almost the real world kind of got you a little bit weighted down with the energy of Saturn. It's like there's something that's restrictive and that's work related, and it's taking up a lot of your time. And so you have to, why is the Eight of Cups here? Oh yeah, there's a bird, like there's something here. And I mean, you can tell with the Devil card, like there is something in the material world that's really causing you a burden. I feel like you guys feel chained to something, like, or there's like a rock that's weighting you down. Because I feel like in the past you guys were experiencing yourself. Maybe some of you guys even felt like you had some kind of spiritual awakening, some kind of just something. You felt free and you were happy and things were moving. You were in such a state of flow. And so now it's like there is some responsibility that's going on here, and it is causing you some kind of burden to have to. I feel like honestly for some of you guys it's just like leaving your home. Like your home life's really good, and like, you know, you have to leave in order to, you know, make a living or something like that, and it's just causing you some kind of burden here. So I feel like you know that there's things that you need to cut out of your life, and you want to move more towards balance. A lot of you guys, I feel like you want to cut more technology out of your life so that you can be more present, especially if you have children or you know, yeah, like, and you guys are trying to, I feel like you're trying to have more fun. You're trying to be more creative. Let a lot of the hard stuff go, the responsibility stuff. So there's also some kind of new energy that's coming through here. I feel like the universe is pulling in a bit of a break for you guys that you're not really expecting in October. Like you might get, honestly, a divine gift. And I feel like it's going to maybe help move things along, because I feel like you do feel stuck and stagnant. You're trying to change your thoughts. You guys, like honestly, some of you guys might be even, you're trying to take a better look at things. You're trying to reframe things for yourself. Oh my gosh, look, 2 aces. Okay, something's definitely coming into your life, and it's going to be a new creative idea. You guys, there's something you love that you do, and you're going to have a new creative idea, and it's almost going to be just handed to you from the universe. And there's something that's you're going to be really captivated by, and it might be something that brings a lot of your skills together. So, but you're feeling like you want to keep it to yourself because you guys are protecting this from some kind of scrutiny, maybe even protecting it from the world, because, you know, like there's that quote that every generation destroys the thing that they love. But I honestly, for me, I kind of think that has to do with like the Devil card, right? Money, contracts, systems, because if you have to like, and this is not like my theory, this things that I've just read. Like if you love something, like there's something here that you like super, super love, and then you make a living on it, it kind of changes the dynamic that you have with that thing, you know? And then it becomes less about your artistic expression. It's about like, well, is this what people want? Is this what's going to sell? But I feel like that's something that you're kind of looking square in the face, and you're like, I'm not going to do that. I'm smart. You guys are smart. Okay. Rahu ruled people are very, very smart. And they know how to navigate like the material world. That's something that Rahu's pretty good at and is motivated by. And so there's something that like you have some kind of new idea based on a skill, and you know that it's going to take, honestly, there's a lot of air energy coming through, and I feel like you understand that it's going to take some kind of logic, some kind of just getting down to business, being really logical. But I do feel like whatever space that you're in right now, that's causing you some kind of pain, because you are in a very creative mode, and there is something that you really like to do. And I feel like for a lot of you, it could be family, but it also could be something, I don't know, there's just something that you feel like that's your calling and that's your passion. And I feel like in the future, you're going to actually meet people who share your vision, who share honestly, your vision, yeah. That like similar things. So some of you guys might, I don't know, it's like if you really like philosophy, then you find out about the Theosophical Society, you know, and you start throwing yourself into that and learning about that. But there is something here, like you're feeling really strong. You're feeling like you are, honestly, like you're radiating. You're feeling like you're holding back some kind of inevitable storm, because there is something here that doesn't quite agree with you. And I feel like you're going along with it for the moment. You're trying to get smart in order to navigate your way around things. There's something you're trying to cut out of your life that no longer serves you. What could that be? Oh, the sun. Interesting, because we have the strength card here. Interesting. Let me think about that for a second. So, there is some anxiety that's coming through, and I think that could be why. Because you guys are feeling possibly the strength of some kind of responsibility in your career, some kind of, oh, that's it. There's like something in your career, maybe some of you guys take care of a group of people, maybe you guys work with women, or there is something about family here, you guys. Maybe that's what I'm getting, is like, because there's a new start that's trying to happen here, and you're going to have some help from the universe in October, and I don't really know what that's going to look like, something different for each of you guys, but it's going to come through in the form definitely of like some kind of epiphany, some kind of realization, a path through. You're going to have some kind of idea, and it's going to have to do with something that you love and that you feel very motivated by. Some of you guys could have had a child in the past, and well, I guess it doesn't need to be recent past, but you could have had a child in the past, and then because of that, you find yourself working more, and you have to leave, your family. You feel like you're taking care of business a lot. There's just a lot of burden, and I feel like for a lot of you guys, it has to do with your job or something like that. So you're looking for a way to like possibly use your skill set or something. Some of you guys literally had a child in the past. There was some kind of creative new beginning, though, for you. Maybe some of you guys... Well, some of you are Shatabahishak, which is the Rahu-ruled Nakshatra in the middle of Aquarius. You guys are doing a lot of reflecting. You're strategizing on living some kind of new life for yourself, possibly starting over in your career. There's something that you want to kind of cut out, and I feel like it has to do with your responsibilities and something that you feel super, super chained to, because you want to make your living doing something creative. You felt some kind of freedom in the past, and it's like that's the feeling that you want again. But it's honest. It's led to you feeling very burdened. So in the future, though, I see you connecting with people. I don't know. These are just people that you really, really like. People you feel a kinship with, and maybe some of you guys feel like you're leaders, and so you're not getting as nourished from your social environments, and that's something that you want to like kind of figure out how to mitigate. Okay, there is some kind of an ending here. And I feel like it has to do with responsibility. Some of you guys, there's a Mars-ruled individual that you could be connecting with, that maybe reconnecting with, or somebody like with you maybe have their Mars is in a Rahu-ruled Nakshatra. This person could have left your life, and you're reuniting with this person, or you're reuniting with a different part of yourself here, but you're getting real about something. You're really hopeful about this new beginning, but you're also scared, because I feel like you guys have worked a lot on this in your career. It's something that is important to you. You feel like there's legitimate with the devil here. This is like a serious feeling of like being stuck. There's a contract involved. There's money involved. And it is causing you a big burden. To be away from your family, the Eight of Cups is all about walking away from the lowlands of water. That's actually fine. None of these cups are, broken. None of them are empty. It's just like some kind of intuitive sense to move away. So I feel like a little fairy that gets like, there's something like a little fairy who just wants to be free, or something that gets thrown back to earth. But you want a new beginning that's going to lead to like your ultimate happiness. You want to have like freedom in your mundane life. You want to interweave magic into your kind of mundane life. You want to have more stability. You want to have abundance in your life. And for you, I feel like it's more and more meaning some kind of family life. And it looks more holistic. Because there's a reason that you kind of haven't been able to get to that. So you guys are laying plans. You are seriously, you want to take, and I feel like in October, you guys either you're taking it towards the end of October, or you are setting ground, like plans to actually take this step into severing yourself. Some of you guys, like you're changing your career path, like in some way. And you're putting these, and this has everything to do with your own success. This has everything to do with your own success, being more self-sovereign, having a little more control over yourself, over your time, over who you're around. Some of you guys have had to leave home or something. You're working away from your family or something like that. So you're working on being like a more well-rounded person in October. Like that's the theme that's coming front and center. But your next step is like you're doing a lot of research. Some of you guys are writing a business plan because for some reason, you can't move forward quite yet, but you're reading, you're putting plans down. I feel like, again, I'm getting that some of you guys are working away from your family. You're spending time alone. You're getting a lot of rest and rejuvenation, but you're dreaming about the future. You're putting together a vision for yourself, and you're probably going to do it. Honestly, like I feel like you guys are going to do whatever this is. You're learning whatever it is about a certain skill that you absolutely love. And I feel like you're taking time to nourish yourself. And you're trying to figure out what the pitfalls are in whatever this path is. You're trying to really scope that out. I feel like a lot of you guys are literally and truly unplugging from the internet, and you're doing a lot more reading. I feel like some of you guys are in the public eye, and that's something that you actually want to pull back from. You want to you're working on your boundaries. Some of you had like time off or something, and you were studying something, and it has your heart, and it allowed you to be very creative, and it allowed you to be more of yourself. And so possibly this has to do with like the pandemic. You know, you had some time off from the pandemic, you learned something, it was like very skillful, and you absolutely loved it, and you know, it was very free and wild. And then all of a sudden there's like, you're trying to make money off of it, and it's, you know, you have to be more logical about it. It is causing you some more burdens. And so it's something that you're looking at very seriously here. I feel like a lot of you are crafting your success through like setting your own boundaries. You're trying to learn from what's going on. And there is going to be a new beginning for you and some kind of realization around like, there's definitely some kind of skill going on here. You're pushing forward on something. I see you guys hard at work, even if it's just you're in some kind of planning period. I feel like you are hard at work, but I feel like you're removing yourself from the public eye. You're taking care of yourself, rejuvenating yourself. You're blocking yourself off. You're blocking your feelings off. And in order to you're trying to lay the groundwork for something that's going to, you want to build it up to something that's going to be really stable and really solid. But there is anxiety here around like the material part of it. There could even be a group or a community. And some of you guys feel like this is tied in with like a life mission or something like that. You don't want to let people down. You don't want to be humiliated if it doesn't work. And that's like really held you back. Yeah. Some of you guys are afraid of disappointing people. But it's like, you know that you can't keep going on doing what it is that you're doing forever. I feel like you feel that it's inevitable. There's a breakdown in a group around you. There's a breakdown in community. That's what this is. Some of you guys are just reinventing yourselves. You want to communicate what your mission is. You want to figure out, yes, this is it. So that's something you're aware of. You're feeling like you're aware of needing to change things in your life. And by communicate, a lot of times we communicate using our actions, right? Like, and so it might not be that you like write a press conference, but you need to like, there's something that needs to come out of the closet about you, your life mission, your career, wherever it is that you're going. That's heavy on your mind in October. You are trying to distance yourself from social media, from the computer. You guys are trying to nurture yourselves. You know, I feel like you're eating good food. You're having a lot of alone time. You're doing a lot of reading, possibly a lot of research. Some of you guys are writing a business plan based on some kind of creative, exciting idea that you have, and you want to build your life up in a way that better suits you. But it's a terrifying step, and that's something that's weighing on your mind heavily in October. You're having a lot of anxiety about people feeling let down, about what people are going to say, about people being really disappointed if you go after whatever this is that you actually want, and if you unbridle yourself and you unblock yourself. Because if you start to unblock yourself, you feel like that's a betrayal to some people around you. If you just set healthy boundaries, you feel like that's a betrayal to people, you know, around you. So you're having a lot of anxiety, and you've been compromising, and that's what I think this Devil card is too. You guys have been compromising, and I feel like in your careers somehow. And you've kept a lot of your feelings to yourself. You've been trying to process a lot of these things, you know, in your own anger and your own pain, or your own you know, issues with this. You've been keeping it to yourself, but you can't keep putting off this new day forever. And that's just coming to the fore in October. It's just coming up to the forefront. You're feeling strong though, and you're starting to get okay with the fact that you're a human being and that you need to set boundaries. So some of you guys like literally want to work less, you know? You have a lot of fears. Okay, so here's the thing, is like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here in the middle. We have 3 major arcana cards come out. These are all really super intense. I'm definitely getting Shravana energy with the Devil and the Moon card here. So you guys might have Shravana in your chart. That's the Moon Rule Nakshatra in the middle of Capricorn. It's the height of the moon. And there, it talks about, honestly, not really... It talks about turning away from materialism. And Rahu, you guys have heavy Rahu in your chart, it'll do that to you, right? Rahu ultimately fulfills in the material world, finds that it's still not fulfilling, and then they want to make some kind of change, and they find out kind of what really matters. And I feel like a lot of you guys are in that mode, in that moment. So you're doing a lot of listening. You're listening to a lot of things within. You're starting to see things in a different light. You're starting to see all the strings that are kind of attached to you and that puppeteer you. And so it's bringing out a lot of fears. And I feel like possibly during Capricorn season, you guys might have another realization, but it's going to this is going to be an emotional realization that kind of comes all the way to the forefront, and it could have something in your work environment, and there's something you're processing internally here that's going to mature and come out of some kind of state. It's going to, I don't know, I'm seeing bread baking in the oven, and then it dings. So you guys, I feel like you're doing a lot of listening, a lot of meditation. A lot of you guys are turning to some kind of scripture or something to try to look at the situation differently. I feel like you're doing everything you can now to try and change your outlook, to, make things more positive. But there is something that just breaks down. What is this that's breaking down in the future? Yeah, you guys are... I feel like a lot of you guys, you're very successful in something. And you don't really have a plan for how to move away from it, but you're formulating a plan. There's success here. I feel like it's almost success is a burden here. And you feel chained. there's definitely like feminine energy or women involved, and that's almost why you're feeling chained. You want, and also boundaries. Some of you guys might have Uttara Bhadra in your chart, which is the Saturn ruled nakshatra in the middle of Pisces, which is all about setting your own boundaries and expanding only to the place that you feel comfortable. And Uttara Bhadra is also, the yoni is the cow. So people, you're never supposed to take from the cow. That's why boundaries are like super important. Just so you know, your girl's Uttara Bhadra. People aren't supposed to take from me. It's like you take what is given. But that's what one of the things is, like the cow has to set its own boundaries. So some of you guys might be planning a literal move. But I feel like you're spending more time in reflection. You're spending more time in your house. That's going to pay off in dividends. You're going to have some kind of like fruit. Don't go anywhere, because I'm going to pull a card for each of the nakshatras. And then we can see like how this is going to possibly show out more specifically. Yeah, you guys have a lot of options. You have a lot of confusion. You have like some kind of conflicting dream here. So it's just a matter of strategizing. That's coming through like in all of these. It's like a lot of mental energy. You're just seeing your way like through the trees. So if you are Ardra Nakshatra, which is in the middle of Gemini. So if you guys are Geminis, we have the King of Wands. You are taking on this mantle. You feel very confident. You might be literally, I feel like there's an accomplishment in career here, especially for Ardra and Swati ruled nakshatras. You're thinking about traveling. You're thinking about you're anticipating what these hurdles are. He's pointing literally to the mountains. You're looking at what mountains that you need to climb, and possibly even people's emotions. And I feel like that's just one of the things here. Yeah, you're not messing around. The King of Wands has a completed plan. So I feel like by the end of October, you're going to have some kind of completed plan. You have certainly the confidence that it takes to master this, and you'll probably be ready to start moving forward, honestly. Like you might even like have boots on the ground, marching orders, like is what I'm kind of seeing, like to whatever it is that you are doing. You might be up and ready, honestly, to leave. You're definitely not going to be confused. Like, you're looking at what these different obstacles are, and you're figuring out the way through it. You're in really strong energy, though, Ardra. So for Swati Nakshatra, we have the Hierophant. This is major arcana card. Some of you guys, I feel like you're leaders as well. You're getting like very balanced. You guys are taking a bit of a different approach here. I feel like some of you guys could have a very strong meditation practice. Again, you're reading the scriptures of some kind. You're balancing your masculine and feminine signs, and you're waiting for an answer to come within. You're trying to get super balanced. You're remaining super calm. That's something that's really important to you, is just staying calm, listening to your inner guidance system, listening to your religious, whatever, like religion or scriptures, the advice and the wisdom from your teacher. Some of you guys have somebody in your life that you're going to for advice, and they really help you to see things clearer and to figure out like the next best step forward. I feel like it's really important for you to get everybody kind of on the same page. A lot of you guys, like, you could be doing a lot of yoga and meditation, but I feel like you're really turning to your spirituality in the month of October. You're trying to like lead with an open heart, and you want to make sure that you're speaking from the heart. You want to make sure that you're balanced. And a lot of you guys, like, I feel like you are kind of living the good life, you know, and you're not quite, I feel like Swati, you guys aren't quite ready to move out from whatever it is that you're trying to find some kind of balance within. So for Shatabahishak, we have the Page of Wands. You guys could be ready to leave. honestly, Ardra and Shatabahishak, I'm feeling like you guys are kind of ready to leave. So, but the difference is with Shatabahishak, maybe you guys are going on some kind of a business trip, or you're leaving, even if this is metaphorically, like I was saying, like going back into your house, I feel like you're stepping away from whatever this giant thing is in your life. You're even just trying to see if you can't, like what your life is like when you move away. Like, is everything going to implode? Like, is everything going to fall away? You guys are definitely studying something. I feel like you guys definitely get that jolt, you know, that kind of comes through, and you start to learn about it. You start to take some kind of action on it. You're really exploring your options. And like I said, I feel like there's something that's really inspiring you, and it's something that like you are inspired by. There could be a child involved that, you know, you are around or considering. Some of you guys, you're making a choice, and you could be, you're communicating. You're definitely communicating with people that you love. You could be moving away from a partner, but it's not like you're moving away in anger. It's not like you guys are getting a divorce or anything. It's like you just, hey, I need this for myself. You're going to go take some time away, and that's, you know, where you're at, even if it's just mentally. I see like, you're doing a lot of reading, a lot of study. I feel like, you guys are getting some time away, even if it's just like you're having a staycation in your own house. You're getting some time away to clear your mind, to figure out, to look at something that you're passionate about. You could take up some correspondence with some friends, maybe people that you haven't talked to in a long time, especially one person in particular. This person maybe is an Ardra individual, or somebody that has Gemini in their charts with the Lovers. And I feel like you're definitely lightening your load. Okay, interesting. So we have like page energy here. So just going back to Ardra, I don't usually do this. I just wanted a little bit more clarification. There's, like planning. Maybe some of you have a child, and so you have to plan around that, but you're planning for some kind of study. You're planning for some kind of exploration. You're planning for some kind of new beginning. And you're like, this is the planning period that I feel like you get down before you send out some kind of communication, but I feel like you're just going to be pretty matter of fact about it. And then just jumping back to Swati, there is something that I feel like you have a lot going on under the surface. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Yeah, there's balance. Okay. And you're trying to, okay. There's balance, there's sneaking around, but I feel like this sneaking around is happening like a lot in your own mind. Nobody would guess that you have this going on, Swati, that you're like thinking about leaving. You might be thinking about doing something for yourself sneakily. There's a privateness to you that, where you are, maybe there's a sneakier side to your personality that you're integrating. Something that maybe you don't think people will understand in your role here, but you're integrating it. There's definitely an integration happening for Swati ruled people, but that is what I have for you guys. I am nervous about this one. I'm not going to lie, because my Mars is in Ardra, and sometimes when you have like a, especially like a Moon Mars connection or a Sun Mars connection, you can leave feeling like a little rubbed the wrong way or a little irritated. And so I don't want that to happen with you guys. I'm just trying to read the cards, but that is what I have for you guys. I hope that it resonated, and I would love to hear your comments below. Bye guys.